So few beautiful skies, it's worth putting on record. So we're only 2 days away, really. What day was it? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Yes, 2 days away. Would you guys sort of feel? I mean, you've been doing it for a while, but I don't know if you sort of feel great big nerves or whether you feel this is just fun.
I'm a bit excited, but I'm really looking forward to the performance.
But that feed of taking it from workshops, being able to do little scenes and just have that joy of just, a short, sharp shock rather than having to do a 90-minute play. Was it obvious early on that this would be an interesting thing to do? I don't know whose idea, how it came to be.
We're not really sure whose idea it was, but it was fairly obvious from the start because they were discussing about splitting the groups. So some of the people from the group have been doing it on Sunday nights, and then some people have been doing it on Monday nights.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it was very obvious.
So from an actor's point of view, and you are actors, by the way, you'll have to accept that, whether your parents like it or not. Was it, I don't know, was it at all kind of daunting, the idea that you're going to have to just basically convince an audience in a relatively short length of time, you are this other person?
In a way, it was a bit daunting at first. We didn't really know what to expect, but we've really gotten used to these, and the more you rehearse them, the more you get more comfortable with this style of Russian theatre. So.
And for you, I don't know, for you, if it was the same thing, like whether it was kind of a big challenge to think, well, I've only got 10-15 minutes to make people believe this is who I am today, this is what sort of person I am, or...
It's kind of hard if you think about it, but I think you don't have to convince the audience about yourself. It's more that you have to, and of course, entertain them and give them the story and make sure that they understand what you're on about. But it's not you as person; it's more the story you're telling, I'd say.
And are you the bourbon play? I'm not which one of the two of you is doing
I'm in
bourbon?
the bourbon play.
Right, so that's gossip and bourbon and coke and generally just being Irish.
Yes, pretty much, yes.
So did you get to have a say in what was chosen? Was it a certain degree of, here's a menu, what would you like to do on this menu, or?
Well, for like a couple of weeks, we were reading different kinds of plays, like different genres, such as like a comedy or a play with a lot of serious matters in it, and we did about 5 of those, and then we decided we were going to look at a play, like a lot of different plays for everybody, so there was something for everyone.
Well, I know that for you, it was right from the start, 2018, you joined Making Waves when they started. You're over from Germany, you're in Cabinteely Community School.
Exactly.
Was this a big kind of step to say, well, you know what, while I'm here, I'm going to get involved in a theatre group?
Yeah, and I've been involved in a theatre group in Germany as well. So now I thought, this is my chance. This is my opportunity, and I'm kind of proud now that I made it.
And would there be any kind of particular difference about it? I guess it's always going to be the same because it's a universal thing. Our emotions, or how we behave, how we portray those patterns of behaviour.
It's more similar than I thought it would be. There are many similarities in training and when it comes to compliments or to just practicing in general. It's really...
And the fact that Irish people are so attractive and intelligent and windswept, is that off-putting when you're trying to... It must be very difficult when you're trying to act and pretend this person is not windswept and beautiful and you have to pretend. So when it comes to making waves, it is a kind of an actor's life is something that a lot of people see as it's an escape from reality. It's a sort of, you look at people like Robert De Niro, incredibly dull person, but he's obviously an amazing actor. There's that kind of juxtaposition. I don't know whether you would relate to that, whether you think, well, this is a way to express myself that I wouldn't normally do as myself.
Definitely. And it, as you said, it is a way to really get away from everything and
forget
just
everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just forget everything, and it can really help your confidence as a person as well. Getting up on a stage in front of maybe hundreds of people in a way, and you just go for it and you just act in because you are not you acting on the stage. It can really
can be way easier.
It's way easier.
Yeah.
And I'm fascinated, you're both 17, so I don't know whether you have acting idols, because I grew up in a generation where people like De Niro and Meryl Streep were sort of seen as, and Pacino's and all that, as kind of godlike, but because they were real people in many ways, but yet they did these incredible movies. Is there that kind of passion at this generation? Is it more abstract? Do you sort of find different sources of inspiration? Because it was very clear cut. There were movie stars back then, and now it's a little bit more like Kim Kardashian could buy and sell De Niro.
Yeah. I think there is a lot of like people who really idolize actors as well. Like I really idolize like Zendaya is like an idol of mine. So
who?
Zendaya. She's
okay.
Yeah, she's acted in a lot of.
Of course, yes, yeah. I've interviewed her.
Oh wow!
Yes,
really?
For Guardians. She was in Guardians, right?
Yeah, she was. Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, no, I think acting is still like a big thing for everybody. Yeah. So.
But is it something that you would see as a kind of a long-term sort of hope and goal to be doing this on a bigger scale, or is it just you're enjoying what you're doing now and that's all that matters?
I say I really enjoy what I'm doing now, and I know that there is a chance to be an actress in films later, but it's hard to get there, and this is why I think we should just enjoy what we're doing and see what comes next.
Definitely.
Right. Well, just if either one of you start to make a lot of money, I could be a good manager, and just 10%. 10% is nothing really when you think about it. Like, what's 10% of $1 million? I'll get my calculator, but well done.
Quite a lot.